Good gad, Darcy, these Hertfordshire roads certainly are bumpy.
Look, Hurst, if you're going to throw up again, then stick your head out the window this time. Good grief, I can't believe I'm doing this again.
Well, at least Bingley's making an effort to find a wife, Darcy. He's not just waiting for one to fall out of the clouds, which appears to be your fruitless approach.
Why can't we ever count on you to keep him out of trouble? After all, you're his brother-in-law.
Whoa, Darcy, did you see that?
What?
A bunch of girls walking by. Pretty girls. 5 of them. Take a look.
You're married, Hurst.
Should we offer 1 or 2 of them a ride?
Yes, why not? I'm sure they'd like to meet your wife.
Why did I bother getting married when you already henpecked me so well?
Just keep your mind off the young ladies, Hurst, and help me to concentrate on my misery.
Oh, settle down, Darcy. I'm just enjoying the view.
Oh, maybe if we can keep Bingley cooped up in this new house of his, then he won't meet anyone and he'll stay out of trouble.
Heavens, Darcy, these Hertfordshire roads are certainly bumpy.
I think I may have to throw up.
My God. Take a look, Bingley, over there. I think those are the same 5 girls I was telling you about. My word, they are a sight, aren't they? Let's follow them into that dress shop.
Oh, good grief.
Perhaps I'll pick up a shawl for Caroline.
Hurry up. I'll be waiting in the carriage.
Darcy, get out of that blasted carriage. Come buy a pelerine or something for Georgiana.
A pelerine? Out here? Believe me, Bingley, I have no interest in anything in Hertfordshire
Yes?
whatsoever.
Yes, Darcy? Did someone catch your eye just now?
Oh, certainly not.
The dark-haired one? I'll bet they're all sisters.
Now take care, Bingley. The world is full of pretty girls.
I'll say it is.
Look, Hurst, gentlemen in our position have to make sure we don't get swept off our feet at the very first sign of a fluttering eyelash.
Look at that tall one. My word. I dare say you owe me a bottle of that cognac, Bingley. I certainly hope they're at that assembly ball tomorrow. Darcy, get out of that chair.
Bingley, I can't meet new people already. I haven't properly settled in yet.
If you don't come to this assembly ball tonight, then I'll be a laughingstock. I already promised Sir William Lucas that I'd bring a number of gentlemen.
Well, you've already bungled that one. Having me there won't make much difference.
For heaven's sake, Darcy.
I'm really in no mood to be introduced to a bunch of ugly farm girls.
Look, Darcy, these are the daughters of gentlemen. Country folk, yes, but you yourself have a house out in the country.
But, Bingley, I don't socialize in Derbyshire. I save myself for London, where it counts.
Oh, Darcy, Sir William tells me there's a lot of beautiful ladies around this area. The Johnsons, the Kings, the Bennets, the Smiths.
The Bennets? Didn't you visit a Mr. Bennet the other day?
Yes, I did. He's got 5 daughters.
Yes, but he wouldn't even introduce them, would he? They must be a dreadful sight.
And Caroline needs you there tonight, Darcy. She dreads having to dance with the local farmhands.
Oh, so she's allowed to avoid the farmhands, but I have to put up with the local cowmaids? Get Hurst to dance with her.
No, he'll probably be asleep in a corner somewhere.
Bingley, I only came into this county in the first place to get a rest. I had quite the summer, you know.
No, I don't know. I hardly saw you at all last month. Where were you?
Busy.
Look, Darcy, if you don't come tonight, then my liquor cabinet is off limits.
I brought my own.
Well, then maybe your horse will somehow get loose tomorrow, Darcy. Just think of the many ways I can make your life miserable.
Oh, Bingley, all right, all right. No need to make a fool of yourself. I'll come.
Good.
Just try not to introduce me to anyone. No, Bingley, I'm afraid you're wasting your time. You might as well return to your partner and enjoy her smiles, because you're wasting your time with me.
For heaven's sake, Darcy, how attractive does a lady need to be?
Look, Bingley, I didn't come into Hertfordshire to quench everyone's thirst for dance partners.
Well, at the very least, you could dance with Miss Lucas. Her father's been quite helpful, you know, introducing me around and so forth.
I'd sooner dance with a horse.
Well, then let me introduce you to a few people here. There's no point being a stranger to the entire town.
Bingley, I have a lot on my mind right now. I just need a little peace and quiet.
Peace and quiet at a dance? Can't you at least admit that those Bennet sisters are attractive?
I've already acknowledged that the eldest Miss Bennet is very attractive. The rest...
Just remember, Darcy, Jane is mine. Oh, here comes Hurst. Maybe he can talk some sense into you. Darcy, have you tried this sherry? It's Sir William's, I'm told.
Yes, very nice.
Say, Darcy, why don't you let me introduce you to some of the young ladies here? I've met every single one of them, you know.
I'm not surprised.
I could introduce you to Miss Elizabeth Bennet if you wish.
Who?
The girl you've been staring at for half an hour.
Who are you watching, Hurst, the ladies or me?
She took off like a rabbit when you were talking with Bingley. What did you say?
No, she probably had to go milk a cow or something.
Well, I dare say Charles won the jackpot this year. Lovely girls all around. What do you think of that bevy of Bennets?
Tolerable, but,
They are the 5 girls we saw in the dress shop. Oh, good God, here comes my wife. If you need me, I'll be near the sherry.
Why, Fitzwilliam, you appear even more glum than usual, and you haven't been dancing. Carolyn needs a partner.
why don't you and I take the next dance?
All right.
Have you noticed that your brother is well on his way to becoming attached again? Just like last year.
Yes, I have, but she does seem like a sweet girl.
And we've been here barely a week. At her mother. I can see the cogs spinning inside her skull already.
Well, frankly, sometimes I wish Charles would just make up his mind and marry someone. Anyone. I know Carolyn wants him to make a good match, but...
Well, so do I. If we stay patient, then someone is sure to turn up in town sooner or later.
But you found flaws in every single lady that he's met in London. I do value your advice, Fitzwilliam, but tell me where you think he's likely to find someone that you and Carolyn both think is suitable.
Not way out here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's right to go on this annual fox hunt. He's bound to find someone suitable someday.
Not likely. People out in the country are too...
Carolyn is absolutely distraught out here. She has another list of possibilities lined up for him in London, you know.
Yes, I've seen her list. Vultures, a lot of them.
And what about yourself? If you don't find someone soon, then you'll have to settle for your cousin Anne.
Well, that's not likely to happen anytime soon.
Don't be so sure. I've met your aunt. Oh, here comes Caroline. Talk to her. And why don't you dance with her?
Oh, Mr. Darcy, are you having as dreadful a time as I am?
Why don't you grab one of those plough jockeys and show him how we dance in London?
Oh, please, he'll tramp all over me.
That young man over there seems to be watching you quite closely.
Ugh, why don't you and I show them how it's done?
Well, I've promised the next dance to your sister.
Do you realize that there's no place in this barn where I can powder my nose? What do you think, Mr. Darcy? Does my nose need a bit of powder?
I think your admirer is coming this way.
Oh, heavens, I'm off then. Tell him I have the pox or something.
Well, Fitzwilliam, did you and Carolyn sort out Charles's future?
Yes, Louisa, she was most helpful.
Are you dancing with her?
No, I promised you the next dance.
My husband just told me that you've been ogling one of the local ladies. Is that true?
What? Me?
I thought I noticed it too.
Well,
Well,
I did notice one young lady was not completely unpleasant to look at. I have to keep busy with something while I'm stuck here. But please don't mention it to anyone.
have you been introduced to her?
Certainly not.
Well, after this dance, I'll bring her over. It'll make Carolyn jealous, I dare say.
No, that's really not necessary.
Since she's the daughter of Sir William, I think it's only proper that
What? Louisa, oh, Louisa, you've got the wrong... Oh, dear.
Oh, the music is starting. Darcy, I brought you some of that sherry. And a cigar. Make yourself look useful, will you?
Hurst, what exactly did you tell your wife?
Oh, as little as possible, my friend. That's the only way to cope with wives, you know.
She thinks that
When
I'm...
you're finally married, Darcy, I'll have all sorts of good advice like that for you.
What's this? You know I like to clip my own cigars, Hurst.
Shall I get Miss King to light it for you?
Lighting a cigar, Hurst, is a skill I wouldn't trust to a country girl.
Well, she might get your mind off Miss Bennet, Darcy. You have to avoid focusing all your energies on just one lady, otherwise you'll be in danger.
Do me a favor, Hurst, and just ignore me for the rest of the evening.
But no one else is ignoring you, Darcy. Mrs. Bennet is having a field day with you over in that corner.
With me?
You're the belle of the ball. You should hear what she's calling you.
Oh, good grief. Bingley, can we leave? Now? Now?
Oh, I don't think so, Darcy. In a moment I'm having my second dance with Miss Jane.
But Bingley...
Why don't you go talk with Miss Mary Bennet? I hear she's quite accomplished, Darcy. Just your type. Well, thank you very much, Darcy, for almost ruining my introduction into Meryton society.
You call that a society?
All you had to do was smile and be courteous and perhaps dance with one or two of the local ladies.
Bingley, the last time I danced with a new acquaintance, she ended up chasing me all across London and half of Derbyshire.
Well, this Miss Elizabeth Bennet certainly doesn't appear to be that sort. And quite frankly, Darcy, if you had danced with her, then it might have helped me out a little bit with her elder sister.
Speaking of
I hope
which...
you have some pretty saucy dreams about that girl tonight.
Oh, Bingley...
Surely Miss Elizabeth is as handsome as that silly Hawthorne girl with whom you danced twice in July at the Admiral's
But
ball.
Miss Cynthia Hawthorne didn't have the mother that the Bennet girls are blessed with. If I had danced with Bennet number 2, her mother would have been the one chasing me across England. I'd get no peace at all while I'm trapped here.
Trapped? Well, thank you very much, Darcy. Anyway, how did you like that well-deserved snub from Miss Elizabeth? I dare say that she heard that remark you made about her.
What? What remark? What snub?
Your remark about her being merely tolerable.
I said no such
And
thing.
when she remarked about the angle of your nose, Miss Lucas almost choked on her punch.
Well, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't expect to see much of the Bennet family in the future.
Well, I certainly hope to see more of the Bennet family. And I expect you to accompany me when I pay calls to the Bennet home.
You don't really think she heard that remark, do you?
And I was thinking of throwing a ball here at Netherfield.
ball?
What do you think?
Oh, I think I'm going to be busy that day, Bingley.
Oh, no, you don't, Darcy.
No, she couldn't possibly have heard me.